Welcome to part 4 of my recovery vlogs, and in this one we're going to be looking at embouchure. So we've got 4 main aspects to our technique when we're playing. We've got our breathing, our embouchure, our tongue and our fingers. It's important that we work each of those individual areas slightly differently, so that's why I've split them up. So embouchure wise, obviously the first thing we think when we think that is we're talking about, lip slurs, that kind of thing, and maybe working down finger patterns like the brass gym pattern. And going all the way down. But for me, embouchure, it starts really, we've got to go right back to all the basic elements and the building blocks of what makes our playing work. So first thing we need to do is make sure we're standing good, we're holding the instrument well, and we're breathing. So we've got to make sure that our breath is nice and relaxed. So for the first embouchure exercise, we're going to start in the middle and go middle to low. And again, I'm just concentrating on the basic building blocks of that. I'm not worried about the sound. I'm in my safe space. I could use a practice mute if I wanted. All I'm worried about there is making sure that I've got that feeling of flow. So I can feel the air moving. I can feel everything relaxing and the air moving out. And then take it back up. And what I'm trying to do is make sure that them 2 notes are as clean as possible. So it's like 2 very clear blocks. Da, da. We're not getting like a fall off the high note and then coming into the low note sharp. So we're not getting that kind of scoopiness. We're getting a very clear. So 2 very clear tones there. I will cover some off instrument exercises that you can do, and they're really good for building up strength and stamina, but that's a separate video clip. So to build up the embouchure, let's just extend these little patterns. So now, I've still got to be thinking about our very basic technique, so breathing and blowing. And remember, right back a couple of videos ago, I talked about flutter tonguing. Now, flutter tonguing is really one of the big things that saved me with my playing, because what flutter tonguing does is it tells your embouchure, all 22 muscles here, where they need to be to play a note. So if I go, that is the perfect embouchure for a G for me. And that works the whole way. It just really pulls everything into place and helps build strength, stamina, really focuses everything and just gets us working really well. So on top of working on your own little routines, your own little patterns, add in flutter tonguing. And that'll really help lock everything into place and really bring everything nice and clear as well. Again, I also talked about a few videos back about the whisper notes and keeping the pressure light as well. So try flutter tonguing quietly, concentrate on keeping this pressure as light as possible. So it's keeping everything nice and light. So keeping that as light as possible, keeping the pressure light, keeping the air flowing, and with that flutter tongue, that is a lethal exercise of how to get really clear intervals and clear, fast, going between the harmonic series. To extend these exercises, when you've picked your little pattern that you're going to work on, try them faster and try them quieter. And by pushing yourself that way, it'll help you improve. So it's all about taking something really simple and making it difficult by playing quieter, playing faster, and just asking yourself, I wonder if I could do that 10 times. I wonder if I could do that 20 times. I wonder if I could do that quieter. I wonder if I could do that faster. So if you work like that, it will improve your playing.